Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a beast.
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move! Damn it!
Bad luck, I guess.
There was a girl I knew. She said she cared about me. She tried to make my world the way she thought it should be. Yeah, we were desperate then to have each other to hold. There's a long road, yeah. There were so many times I would wake up and knew, yeah, with my head spinning round, I would wait for the moon. Yeah, we were desperate then to have each other to hold and give her one more chance to try to save my
Never has there been an opening like this in the entertainment industry. This week, Grand Theft Auto 5 pulled in $1 billion in sales in 3 days. No movie or music release has ever come close to that.
Yeah, it was hard to give up. Some things are hard to let go. Some things are never enough. I guess I only can go. Yeah, we were desperate then to have each other to hold and give her one more chance to try to save my soul. There's a long road, yeah. There's a long road, yeah. We were desperate. There's a long road to have each other.
Folks at home, we hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. We are live today for a special broadcast, the Take-Two earnings call, which, of course, is going to be happening here in just about 40 minutes, if my calculations are correct. And hopefully today we have some sort of update or anything in relation to GTA 6. We have been waiting. It's been over 400 and how many days since GTA 6 trailer 1. The fans are foaming at the mouth. They are thirsty. They are hungry. And we're hoping today that at this earnings call, we can at least get a hint at where this is headed for, if it's headed for 2025 still, or if they need to push it back and need more time with Grand Theft Auto 6. We need you guys to hit the like button. There's apparently over 300 people in here already. Let's go ahead and smash that like button. The Take-Two earnings call is happening in about 40 difficulties to begin with here. This is a fantastic start, I'll tell you that. So we need you guys to start hitting that like button in a way that makes sense. We are live for the Take-Two earnings call, and we're hoping today will shed some light on the future of when this game might drop. The biggest video game in all of entertainment, the biggest video game in the history of video games, Grand Theft Auto 6. Can Rockstar pull the curtain back today And are we going to get an update from Take-Two? That is, of course, the big question. We certainly hope that there is an update here, or at least a hint at where this thing is headed. They do a Q&A on this investor call, earnings call, so we're hoping that some of the investors call in and they ask what's really going on, what's the forecast for GTA 6, because quite frankly, an update would be fantastic. And if he's not going to talk about it, then that's going to be disappointing. But it is what it is. Nonetheless, this might very well be an update for GTA 6. We need you guys to start locking in here. Yeah, let's smash that like button, share the broadcast. There's apparently over 344 people in here, so a lot of people are highly anticipating this Take-Two earnings call, and I think it lasts about an hour. So at the top of the hour, it will be about 30 minutes until the Take-Two earnings call begins. The audio is cutting out. Apparently, we're not hearing any audio. Maybe it's on your end. You got problems on your end. We don't have problems on my end. Everything is working fantastically here from what I can see here. So the Take-Two earnings call, we need you guys to lock in in a way that makes sense. Let's smash that like button. There's apparently 330 people in here. I'm not sure. And we're going to see how the cookie ultimately crumbles. We're not talking about Kingdom Come 2. We've already talked about that. I said yesterday was my final stream on that game. We're never playing that game again. It's woke trash. And if you like the game, fantastic. Go play it. Go tell your friends it's amazing, but it's not my game. And that franchise has never done anything for me. So we are done with Kingdom Come 2. My official rating is a 2 out of 10. There you go. So we are today locked into GTA 6, the Take-Two earnings call, and we're hoping today the curtain is pulled back. We got someone coming through and support the show. It's cold out here, folks. It's a cold one today. The microphone is apparently causing issues, but you're not making that very apparent. There's only 2 people saying that it's causing issues. If it were having a big problem, everyone would be spamming it, so I don't believe you. IAD is coming through. He's coming through with that $2.70 super chat. We really do appreciate that support. And if we need to fix the audio, we'll go ahead and fix it. When is the call? The call is in about 30 minutes or so from now. And we will have it right here on the air. Your microphone keeps cutting in and out. I'm not hearing any issues on my end, so I'm not hearing. I can hear myself through the headphones, so we're not hearing any issues. Eternal Champ, but if it is a problem, we will be switching over to the other microphone, and it will be windy, but that's just how it has to be. So Eternal Champion is coming through with the $3 Super Chat. Trailer 2 is coming out on Valentine's Day. I don't believe that it will, but we'll have to see. Any update on GTA 6? If they do delay it here, or they hint at a delay, I don't think they're going to delay it here, but we don't know what Rockstar's plans are. I mean, this is a total wild card for Rockstar. You're hearing little pops. Okay. Well, we need to get this audio situation figured out, okay? We don't usually have audio issues out here. So I am pretty perplexed on that. It's not the wind. I can hear myself through this headset, okay? I can hear what you guys are hearing, and I'm hearing total clear quality. You guys want to troll when we have a lot of viewers. We're not doing this here today. It's not about you today, okay? Let's get that out of your system. It's not about you. It's about Take-Two earnings call. It's about GTA 6. It's not about Kingdom Come 2. It's not about Michael. It's not about you. It's about Take-Two earnings call, GTA 6. That's what we're here today to discuss, and that's what we're here today to cover. And if you can't agree with that, we'll get you banned. It's as simple as that. We don't need you losers mucking up, you parasocial incels mucking up this broadcast, okay? The audio is fine. The earnings call is at the top of the hour. I need you guys to lock in. It's cold out here. I need you guys to get your wallet out and start supporting this fantastic show because no one else is streaming this right now, I don't believe, because last time we had like 450 viewers in here because no one else was streaming it. So when it starts, we'll figure it out in a way that makes sense. I need my mods. Where are my mods in here? My mods are nowhere to be found in here today. On a big show like this, we need our mods, and our mods can't be bothered to tune in. Unbelievable. But they can come in for this Kingdom Come 2 slop. Unreal. That could never be me. When we need you on a big show like this, we don't have any mods. It's all gray usernames in here, a bunch of freeloaders. Jeez. I already know there's not going to be an update. This game is in massive, it's hit the bottom of the ocean floor. Grand Theft Auto 6 has hit the bottom of the ocean floor. It resides right next to the Titanic. The only person that's going to save GTA 6 is Rockstar themselves. But they're too lazy to get their fat ass in that submarine and go down there and resurrect the remnants of GTA 6, which is now residing at the bottom of the ocean floor. So Rockstar has to get their fat asses in that submarine. They have to go down. They have to pull up the remnants of GTA 6 and try and put this back together and say it's ready for prime time. That's where this game resides right now, at the bottom of the ocean floor, okay? We finally got someone coming through here. The weather is cold. The equipment's going to stop working. Sponge is coming through.
Sponge super chatted $4.99. I would like to come through. I would like to come through.
No one said you couldn't
I would
watch the
like
show
to
for
come
free. That's
through.
not what I was
I
implying.
would like to come through. I would like to come through.
Didn't say you couldn't watch the show for free. In fact, you're doing that right now. That's all you know how to do. But Sponge, he's coming through and supporting high-quality caliber content. Yeah, we do appreciate that. It's cold out here, and we got to sit out here for at least another hour, if not more. Actually, more than that. We're talking an hour and 30 minutes at least, if my calculations are correct. But you guys are trolling about audio issues. You guys are trolling about this, that, and the third, and it's ridiculous. GTA 6 needs marketing. Only the internet bubble knows about GTA 6, not the common folk. I don't think that's a real opinion. I think you're regurgitating what I'm saying. Yeah, and since that's a brand new account, we're going to go ahead and get you up out of here. If you don't have a real opinion, then you're not welcome here. We don't need parrots, okay? We need people with high IQ, critical thinking skills, and obviously that's just not a part of what you guys have to offer. I'm here today to cover the Take-Two earnings call. It's not about Michael's opinion on GTA 6. It's not about your opinion on GTA 6. It's about the Take-Two earnings call, which happens at the top of the hour. That's what we're covering here today. We'll have the audio broadcast live, and we'll listen to it. And we're hoping that there's a hint of an update on GTA 6. Last time, I think they mentioned GTA 6 maybe one time, and they were too busy flapping gums about NBA 2K and how much money that was going to rake in. So hopefully this will be a different broadcast, and hopefully they will talk a little bit more about their forecast and how much money they're going to, how much millions of dollars they're going to accumulate with GTA 6 when it releases. And I think this will give us a better understanding of whether or not if this is going to hit 2025 or not. Because they have to answer the question. They have to answer the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room right now is this game going to launch in 2025 still? We're almost halfway through February. I mean, it's getting ridiculous at this point, folks. I need you guys to start locking in. The earnings call is happening in 30 minutes, folks. Officially 30 minutes from now, the earnings call. We have it already loaded up. The earnings call. Okay, Kingdom Come 2, we're not talking about that. Let's go ahead and get you banned. We're not talking about Kingdom Come 2. You losers, I told you yesterday, and you didn't want to talk about the game yesterday. I told you guys yesterday, I said, look, Kingdom Come 2, final stream yesterday. We're not playing Kingdom Come 2 anymore. We're not talking about Kingdom Come 2 anymore. We're done with Kingdom Come 2. You guys want to come in here and talk about it after the fact. I don't care about that game. I streamed it twice for over multiple hours, and you guys had nothing to say about the game. Now you want to come in here and flat gums. No, it's not happening. It's ridiculous. Georgie's coming through. That's what we're talking about. He's coming through in a way that makes sense. Are we really having audio issues?
What's up, Michael?
IAD, are we having audio issues on your end, or what's going on? Because they're trolling hard in here today. It's a sad situation because we actually have viewers today, and they get hot about that. Georgie's coming through because they're used to 150 viewers, 200 viewers in here, and they like to keep it their own little show, gatekeep. But when the normies find the show and people that have never seen the show before come in here, they get hot about it because they feel like they have some ownership of the show, which they don't. But Georgie, nonetheless, coming through. We do appreciate that, coming through with the 5. Shenanigan S coming through. Audio is screwed up. Okay. Well, it's not on my end, so I think the computer can't handle the. It's too cold out here. In fact, the whole stream might just shut down. It's too cold out here. We can try and unplug it, or we can switch to this one right here. Switch to that one right there. Does this one sound better? There's going to be way more wind. So we have switched the audio. You let me know if it sounds better. We need to get this situated before the Take-Two earnings call happens in about 30 minutes. I need you guys to start locking in. Is the audio better? Yes or no? Shenanigan S is coming through. It's cold as shit out here, folks. But when we have a big show like this, we like to take it outdoors. We like to come out here. And we like to tell you the reality of the situation. So Shenanigan S is coming through. That's what we love to see. Georgie's coming through. That's what we love to see. We have switched the audio, and you let me know if it sounds better. Too windy. better audio. Okay, here's the problem. Here's the problem. If the audio was bad, and I'll go back and check. If the audio was bad, the whole chat should have been spamming fix mic instead of 2 people. How are you guys going to, like, some of you guys are literal drug addicts. Like, you have to be. You have to be out of your fucking mind to sit here and watch a show knowing that the audio is trash and not say anything to help the fucking person on the other end fix the audio. You guys are losers. Absolute retards. Jesus Christ. If the audio was really bad, why was there only 3 people telling me about this? The whole chat should have been fix mic, fix mic, fix mic. We have to get this fixed in 30 minutes. Adam Sandler coming through. That's what we're talking about. Adam Sandler is coming through with that 5. He restarted the stream and the audio issues went away. Well, that's because I switched the audio because you guys were bitching about the audio. And you guys don't even know what you're talking about. So now you're going to hear wind. Now you're going to hear wind. And I'm not going to be able to, I don't know how we're going to be able to do this, but because I need to listen to the call and I need to know what they're saying. And if we can't get this set up correctly, situated here, then I don't know what to tell you. You said we were trolling? Yeah, I thought you guys were trolling because only 2 or 3 people were saying it. So I had a logical reason to think that you were trolling because the whole chat wasn't spamming fix mic. If there were audio issues, a normal chat would say fix mic, fix mic, fix mic. That's what a normal chat would do. But you guys will literally sit here and just listen because you don't watch. You know, you couldn't be bothered to watch World Class. So you just sit there and listen. You put this crap on the background and you just sit there and listen. You just listen to garbage audio. That's an amazing thing. That's fantastic. I'm going to switch it back. In fact, we'll have bad audio the whole stream. I don't care. Georgie's coming through yet again. That's what we're talking about.
Super chatted $5. Michael, the audio sounds awesome.
Well, by the time this gets started, it's cold out here. It's like barely above freezing, so this stuff isn't going to work correctly. Georgie's coming through yet again. We got the Take-Two earnings call in less than 30 minutes. I need you guys to lock in. Georgie's coming through. That's what we're talking about. Isaac A is coming through. We're getting support here. It's what we love to see. We got the Take-Two earnings call happening soon. We're going to switch over to this. And once this gets started, we will have the audio for you and we will listen. And we're hoping that there is an update on GTA 6 here today in some capacity. It's as simple as that. So once the once everything starts rolling here, we'll get started.
Isaac a super chatted $5.
On a big show like this, we need our mods, okay? I give you guys the wrench for a reason. If you're too busy, let me know so we can get mods in here that are actually we need mods in here. I'm not seeing any mods except one person in here. It's a big show. There's over 400 people in here. The damn thing hasn't even started. On big shows like this, I need my mods. I don't need you guys for the small shows with 20 viewers, okay? When we got a big show, we need our mods. And they're nowhere to be found. We hyped this show up for a while. I told you guys we're going to be covering the Take-Two earnings call this Thursday, and you guys didn't want to listen. It's ridiculous. Isaac A is coming through. That's what we're talking about. So what are we expecting from the earnings call? They're going to talk about how you're banned. That's what they're going to talk about at this earnings call. Jesus. Hey, I don't need the mods to ban everyone. That's ridiculous. That's not what I was asking for. God, you guys can't do anything right. I swear, like, y'all are so down bad. You can't do anything right. I didn't say ban everyone. I didn't say clear the whole fucking chat. It should be pretty obvious on who to get up out of here. But if you can't figure that out, then maybe you shouldn't have the wrench. God. So in less than 30 minutes, we're going to be taking a look at the earnings call for Take-Two. We're going to be listening to it live, and you guys can tune in. We still got a little bit of time here. Orpheus is coming through with the 5. That's what we're talking about. GTA 6 will make or break the future of gaming.
Orpheus 010 super chatted $5. GTA 6 will make or break the
It really
future
will,
of
I'll tell
gaming.
you that, and that's why we're so excited for this release, because it's going to be a fork in the road situation where we look at it and we say, is this the future of gaming or is it not? Because if Rockstar can't do it, and we know this was a much different Rockstar, we've been talking about that for over a year now, but if Rockstar can't do it, then quite frankly, who can? It's really that simple. So Orpheus coming through with the 5. We're going to get started here in about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes and the Take-Two earnings call begins, and we will have it, and we won't really react to it because we want to listen to the call that way. Because last time they talked about GTA 6 for about 1 split second. Dragon Ball Z is coming through. This is what we love to see. Dragon Ball Z is coming
Dragon
through.
Ball super chatted $4.99. Hopefully this time we don't get stupid questions from people over games that nobody asked for.
Yeah, well, they're going to talk about the games that make money and that are currently available, so, that isn't GTA 6. They could do a forecast and they can say GTA 6 is going to make $2 billion in, 1 week or whatever the hell, but, well, not that much, but, a few 100 million or so in about a week or so. I mean, that's probably feasible, but I don't know. I think this earnings call isn't, it's going to be like the last earnings call that we covered, and they primarily talked about NBA 2K and their games that were in services that were already available and making money for them. So, GTA 6 isn't on that list yet, so we'll have to see. Georgie is coming through here. Big support. Let's keep this hype train up here, folks. We got 20 minutes until the earnings call begins. Go ahead and share the stream. Hit the like button. Let's go.
Georgie Cifuentes super chatted $5. Option 1 Rockstar will release both the release date and trailer 2. Option 2 if Rockstar releases nothing, the internet will have a field day.
At this rate, we don't know what Rockstar's going to do. They could come out after this Take-Two earnings call and they could announce anything. I mean, we have no idea what their plans are, but right now, as what we can say is that as we continue to head into 2025 here, I mean, if we're still having this conversation in March or April or May, I mean, there's absolutely no way this game is coming out. And I just don't understand how people are in the belief that this game is still shipping in 2025. I mean, it's just a far cry at this point. It really is just a far cry at this point. There's really nothing that says that this game is still coming out outside of these earnings calls. And we're going to see what the head honcho has to say here today. We're going to see what Strauss has to say here today. Is he going to regurgitate it and say it's still on track for fall of 2025, or is there going to be a new? Is there going to be a new thing? FT is coming through. That's what we love to see. FT is coming through. That's what we love to see. Says Rockstar should give us trailer 2 or give us a release date, but they should get their head out of their gutter. Spill the tea. Yeah. I agree. They're going to talk about 2K25, what is happening. If they don't reveal anything today, I think people will be super annoyed. Well, that's okay. These losers can't even afford the game. Half of the people that are complaining about the game can't even afford it. So, and you got plenty of time to save up for this, because even if it's still coming out in fall of 2025, if you can't make $60 and in 6 months or so, 8 months or so, I mean, that's on you. So you got plenty of time to save up for this game, even if it is $100 at launch, which it won't be, but it should be. I think they should charge $100 for this game because every other game does, so why not this game? Why isn't this game allowed to be $100 day one? Really can't imagine how these investors don't ask for the highest grossing entertainment piece of history. That's what I'm saying. Unless they're told before the thing begins to not talk about it, I have no idea. How long until the call? Do math. Do the math, bud. It's right up on the screen here. Okay, all the information's right up on the screen. We'll get it up when it's ready. I already got it up. We're waiting for it to start. We're waiting for it to start. We're waiting for it to begin. It's cold out here, so the sooner this gets going and the sooner that we have an understanding of what we're gonna... We got 683 people in here. Let's go ahead and hit that like button. If you're a real person and really watching the show, hit the like button. If you are a real person and not a bot, hit the motherfucking like button. We only got 143 likes. Takes 2 seconds. So right there, that's when it's going to begin. And it's in about 15 minutes from now. It's in about 15 minutes or so from now. Jeff Keighley leaked it. 700 people, congratulations. There could be bots in there, I have no idea. Hoping for a Bully remaster, that's never going to happen. Guys, you really think they're going to make a new Bully game in this era? Like, that's never going to happen. Jeff Keighley leaked it. Okay, we're going to get you banned because Jeff Keighley didn't leak anything. God, you get these imbeciles in here. Literally, it is better with 150 viewers because you get these losers in here just making things up. Jeff Keighley said this. Jeff Keighley didn't say anything. Jeff Keighley didn't leak it, okay? God. Jeff Keighley leaked it, by the way. Yeah, I bet he did. Jeez. If they are projected big money fall 2025, the signal pre-order money to me, which means delay. Well, that's why I think today is kind of crucial, because I think we'll have a better understanding. And some people are already dismissing this earnings call, and they're saying, well, the next one's going to be the big one. The next one, they have to talk about it. So we'll have to see here. But I've heard a lot of Debbie Downers on this one, and they're saying, oh, there's no reason to listen to the earnings call because they're not going to mention it. And it's like, well, yeah, they probably won't, but... you know, they're going to do a forecast and they're going to say this is how much money we're going to make within this quarter or whatever the fuck. And it's like that should give you a hint on whether or not this is still, you know, in line with the fall 2025 release window. Are you not cold? Yeah, we're cold. We're waiting for this to start. That's why we're not in a great mood out here, okay? It's colder than I thought. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Why do you sit outside? Because we have 890 viewers. We wouldn't have that many viewers if we were inside. I'll tell you that right now. I know how the game works. You get outside and people are bewildered. Like, why is there a human being outside? Well, yeah, that course could never be you. Because you're in your basement surrounded by fucking Cheetos 24/7. Imagine that. So we're talking about straight up Brandos in here. I think we're being botted because no one's hitting the like button. If we really had 922 viewers, why isn't everyone hitting the like button? Makes no sense to me. And we had to switch audio because the audio wasn't working. You guys said the audio was glitched. So about 20 minutes from now, 14 minutes, I believe, and this should get started here, and hopefully we have an update on GTA 6. Cheetos are life, yeah, they are for you. Almost 1K viewers. Where are the likes at? They're nowhere to be found. I think we're getting botted. Pretty sure we're getting botted here. So we're going to get started here shortly once this begins here. I'm not doing a poll. It's a lot of work. We're not making a poll. You want to sit out here and start typing shit? We're not doing that. What the fuck? Y'all want to play producer, but you can't be bothered to throw a dog a bone. Well, I want to see you stream in the cold weather. I'll be sure to watch and freeload too when you go live. Come on outside and start streaming, and I'll be sure to freeload, not support your show. with your 5 viewers. Phantom Vibe is coming through. That's what we're talking about. Phantom Vibe is coming through with a $2 super chat. We need you guys to start locking in. The show begins. The earnings call begins in about 10 minutes. The earnings call begins in about 10 minutes here. There aren't many people streaming this. You know, it's funny how these people hype up this earnings call and they don't even stream the damn thing. Like, I don't understand. That makes zero sense to me. Oh, today is the day we're going to get GTA 6 information, and then these losers don't even, like, stream the damn conference call. It's ridiculous. Take-Two just confirmed 2026. Don't hold your breath. Look at the Jeff Keighley tweet. If I go to Jeff Keighley and there's no new information, we're going to get you banned. Jeff Keighley, by the way. Okay, anyone that just says Jeff Keighley, we're going to automatically just... I'm going to go to Jeff Keighley right now. 9 minutes ago, Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold over 210 million units worldwide. What does that have to do with GTA 6? Jeff Keighley said, this is 9 minutes ago, Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold over 210 million units worldwide. What about it? I don't understand what you're getting from that. Check Tez 2. Guys, we're not going to spend all day on Twitter. That's for incels, okay? What did Tez 2 say? I'm listening to the earnings call. We're not listening to these loose clout chasers on... Jeff Keighley said in the quarterly earnings, Take-Two has once again stated that Grand Theft Auto 6 has been planned... Wait, is this already started? Hello? Okay, where are these losers getting their information? Where's Jeff Keighley getting his information from? Because this conference call hasn't started. Let me refresh. This must have started. We're not... Shit. Where's that audio coming from? Where's that damn audio coming from? Where are these guys getting their information from? The earnings call is live. It didn't leak. Like, I don't... It hasn't started, but the documents are out, which says it comes out fall 2025. The documents are under the link in the live call. Really? Okay, where does it say in the documents that it's coming? I don't see anything.
It's me super chatted €6. Mackle. Your diehard man. Will you go shirtless when you get $100 donation today too?
I don't see GTA 6 in the documents they've already put up. We ain't reading all that. Let's see here. Right here, yeah, GTA 6 planned to release in fall of calendar 2025. So they're going to regurgitate the same thing that we heard. Where is this audio coming from? Okay, but the conference call hasn't started. which is going to be more interesting because maybe they will talk about it a little bit more. Yeah, I just read it. I just looked at it, bud. I just looked at it. I'm listening to the conference call now. You guys can go look at your... I just saw it. Okay, well, what else did you think they were going to say? Like, it doesn't mean that it's not delayed. It doesn't mean that it's not delayed. Do you think Take-Two really knows what Rockstar's doing? I mean, I would hope, but I don't. At a certain point, it's not going to start making sense. September 2025, it's still on track. Can you look at the camera when you're talking to us, please? Can you get out of my chat, please? Thank you. We'll make that easy and we'll get you banned. Take care. For being disrespectful to the king like that. Okay, how am I hearing audio through my headphone or is it through the speakers of this damn thing? I think we're hearing it through the headphone here. Well, as long as you guys can hear it, that's all that matters. The Take-Two earnings conference call is happening in about 6 minutes. We need you to start locking in here. The game is delayed. Well, these losers are acting like it's not, but we'll see. I already knew they were going to say the same thing. Fall 2025, that's what they've been saying for a long time, but nothing has changed. When is Rockstar going to bark about this game? It's coming through the headphone. That is the old earning call from last year. How does that not confirm it's not? Because Rockstar hasn't had anything to show for in over 420 something days. The fuck? It won't be delayed, by the way. Okay. I'm listening to the conference call right now. You guys can sit there and fantasize about this 2025 release, but quite frankly, it starts in 5 minutes, folks. And maybe they'll add more to what they're saying in the document. Temperature check, please. The temperature check is, we're going to time you out for 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute degree temperature check. They are buying time for a delay. They probably don't let Strauss know anything except shark card prices. That's what I'm saying. It's like maybe Rockstar doesn't let Take-Two know. How do we know that they have to answer to Take-Two? They already said 2025. It's all over Twitter. I don't care what they said. They've been saying that for how long now? Well, then where's the game? Where's trailer 2? It's coming this year, by the way. Yeah, and your mother's spreading her legs? Jeez. I don't know what to tell you. I played GTA 6 in your dreams. It's coming soon. Yeah, I bet you did, bud. You don't care because it doesn't fit your narrative? Yeah, well, you don't either because you're an incel. Let's get you fucking banned. God, you're such a loser. Like, imagine being a terminally online incel. Like, that really, honestly, could never be me. But obviously, it is you. I don't care, by the way. Yeah. Well, then why am I out here? Because we're certainly not getting support, so... Not sure why we're out here, then, if we don't care about the game. That dumb fucking... God, so dumb. What do you do outside? We ban people. That's what we do. Let's go back to the Kingdom Come 2. Bye. Go back to the Kingdom. You can do Kingdom Come 2 fanboys came in here. Get these incels out of here. God. Go play that woke game. You guys love it. You guys voted for Kamala. These Kingdom Come 2 idiots came in here and now they want to see more of the game. I'm not playing more of that crap. All the top streamers quit playing it. I played it for more than... I played it longer than Asmongold. I played it longer than Asmongold. I played Kingdom Come 2 for way longer than Asmongold, and you guys get on your knees for him. You glaze in Asmongold. You're like, oh yeah, Asmongold. You know, he's delivering the goods on that one. You know, Asmongold. I played it for longer than him. He's the fake gamer. The fuck? We're not doing a Q&A. Don't ask questions unless you want to throw me a $5 super chat. Fuck off. Just like Georgie right here. Georgie support the show. This is not a free Q&A. You're not entitled to ask me a question.
Georgie Cifuentes super chatted $5.
God
2 minutes
damn.
left.
Did not say this was a Q&A. That's what we're talking about. Georgie's on the same mindset here. 2 minutes left. This is going to get... I can barely hear because we got 3 layers on. This shit's cranked too. Here we go. Georgie's coming through with the 5. We're getting started here right now. I need you to lock in. Pound that like button. Let's go. Oh, it's lagging bad. It's lagging bad. Oh, shit. Here we go again. Oh, shit. Here we go again. Reforge is gonna be so bad. Dude, that guy was milking that shit that one day. Actually, a week or so ago, he milked it again, but the hype was a lot lower than it was the first time around. He was milking that, he was milking it so hard. Let's go, the computer is lagging, it's cold out here, I need more donations, let's go! Warm the damn computer up, it's gotta do 1 more 1s and 0s. I mean, I'm not wrong on that, am I? Yeah, let's go, that's what we're talking about. We got world-class coverage right here. The conference call is starting, I need you to shut up, don't donate. You guys broke the whole damn system. Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing by. My name is Abby, and I will be your conference operator today. At this time, I would like to welcome everyone to the Take-Two third quarter
Let's go, homie.
year 2025 earnings
Abby's
call.
coming through.
All lines have been placed on mute to prevent any background noise.
What you mean?
After the speaker's remarks, there will
Let's
be a
get it.
question and answer session. If you would like
Oh
to
my God,
ask
the whole
a question
computer is
during that
freezing.
time, simply press the star key followed by the number 1 on your telephone keypad. If you would like to withdraw your question, press star 1 a second
They better
time.
be asking about GTA 6. This is really... I can't hear the damn super chat. I can't hear the damn show. I can't hear the earnings conference call.
Orpheus 010 super chatted $5. Locked
Good
in,
afternoon.
closed lock
Thank you
with
for
key.
joining
Here we
our
go.
conference call to discuss our results for the third quarter of fiscal year 2025 ended December 31st, 2024. Today's call will be led by Strauss Zelnick, Take-Two's Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Carl Sladoff, our President, and Lainey Goldstein, our Chief Financial Officer. We will be available to answer your questions during the Q&A session.
I can't
following
wait
our
for this
prepared
Q&A.
remarks. Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone that statements made during this call that are not historical facts are considered forward-looking statements under federal securities laws. These forward-looking statements are based on the beliefs of our management, as well as assumptions made by and information currently available to us.
We need you
We have
guys
no
to lock
obligation
in.
to update these forward-looking statements.
Is the audio good?
Actual
Oh,
operating results
this
may
isn't
vary
working.
significantly
Hello?
from these forward-looking statements based on a variety of factors. These important factors are described in our filings with the SEC, including the company's most recent annual
We need
report
1K
on
viewers.
Form
Keep
10-K
sharing the
and
stream.
quarterly report on Form 10-Q, including the risks summarized in the section entitled Risk Factors. I'd also like to note that, unless otherwise stated, all numbers we will be discussing today are GAAP, and all comparisons are year-over-year. Additional details regarding our actual results and outlook are contained in our press release, including the items our management uses internally to adjust
Dennis Parker, the comeback king, is in the building. This is what we're talking about. Holy motherfucking shit. Dennis Parker, the comeback king, is in the building.
Heavy D has just tipped
In addition, we include to our website a slide deck
love to
that
see.
visually presents our results and financial outlook. Our press
We got
release
mud
and
on our
filings with
shoes
the
out here.
SEC
Holy shit.
may be
Dennis
obtained
fucking
from our
Parker, Heavy
website
D is
at
in the building. The
taketwogames.com.
comeback king coming
And
through
now
hard
I'll
and
turn the
strong with a
call over to
$20
Scott.
super chat. Let's get this ball rolling here.
I'm pleased to report that we achieved solid results during the holiday season. Our net bookings of $1.37 billion were within our guidance range. A significant outperformance in NBA 2K helped to offset moderation in some of our mobile franchises.
Coming
At the same
through.
time, our operating results surpassed expectations, led by the upside from NBA 2K, as well as a shift in timing of expenses that benefited the quarter. We're reiterating our fiscal 2025 net bookings guidance of $5.55 to $5.65 billion and our outlook for full-year operating performance. While third quarter operating results exceeded expectations, we expect the fourth quarter to be affected by a continuation of current mobile trends, as well as the shift of some operating expenses into the period. Looking ahead, this calendar year is shaping up to be one of the strongest ever for Take-Two, as Sid Meier's Civilization 7 launched in early access today with the official launch on February 11th. And we also plan to release Mafia: The Old Country in the summer, Grand Theft Auto 6 in the fall, and Borderlands
God, he
4
said it!
before year-end.
He said GTA
We
6.
also remain
This is
confident
coming in this
Zynga's
year.
ability to create new mobile forever
Oh my God.
franchises, as demonstrated by their ongoing
Oh my
success
God.
with Match Factory. We're exceedingly optimistic about the commercial potential of our titles and believe they'll have a transformative
Oh my
effect
God,
on
he
our
said it's
business
coming in the
and our
fall.
industry over the long term. As we execute on our mission to create our industry's most innovative and engaging entertainment
There's no
experiences,
delay.
we remain highly confident that we'll achieve sequential increases in records
Dennis fucking Parker, Heavy D is coming through hard and strong.
7.
Dennis
Now turning
Parker.
to
Dennis
our
fucking
highlights.
Parker, Heavy D is plowing through with the Bruce Wayne Bucks coming through so incredibly strong. This is what we love to see, hard and strong and in a way that makes sense. Holy motherfucking shit, there's so much happening right now. Dennis fucking Parker, Heavy D is in the building here.
With recurrent
Hard
consumer
and
spending up
strong,
over
let's
30%,
go.
Daily active users up nearly 20%, and monthly active users up nearly 10%. With community-inspired enhancements to gameplay, major
Fucking
technological
Parker with the
updates,
two-time Tony
the
Hawk
addition of
combo
new
coming
game
through hard
modes,
and
the
strong.
team at Visual Concepts has once
And in a way
again
that makes sense,
demonstrated their
they
ability
confirmed
to
fall of
deliver innovation
2025.
to this beloved series while also solidifying its position at the center of basketball culture. Additionally, 2K continues to expand our industry-leading basketball franchise with NBA 2K Arcade Edition, My Team, NBA 2K Mobile.
Wait, he didn't say
and NBA
2025?
2K Online in China, all of which contributed to another highly
Dennis
successful
fucking
year
Parker,
for the
Heavy
NBA
D is
2K
in the
franchise as a
motherfucking
whole.
building coming through hard. We can't hear the call, make it louder.
The Grand Theft Auto
I can't
series
hear
remains
anything,
our
man.
industry standard bearer for excellence, and to date,
Get it.
Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold in over
No, you can hear the
10
call.
million units worldwide. GTA Online delivered a strong quarter, led by its holiday update, Agents of Sabotage, which players praised for its depth, new upgrades, and array of content. Moreover, GTA Plus continues to grow its reach, with membership for the quarter increasing 10%
Here,
year
we're
over
gonna
year.
get it to you loud and strong.
Rockstar Games continue to expand the audience for Red Dead Redemption 2, which has sold in more than 70 million units to date. The title is currently enjoying its highest level of concurrent players on Steam. In addition, Red Dead Online engaged its audience further during the period with the release of the fan-favorite Halloween Pass,
We can barely hear the
featuring
call. That's
seasonal
bullshit.
themed bonuses and rewards. Turning to mobile, recurrent consumer spending grew
Turn your
mid-single
volume up.
digits.
You guys
While
need to
this
turn
was
your ears
somewhat
up.
below our plan, we remain highly optimistic about Zynga's future. Toon Blast and Toy Blast both deliver double-digit
It's
growth,
literally coming
led by
through the
engaging
desktop. You guys are
features
trolling.
including new event types, improved player profiles, and enhanced tuning. Match Factory is performing very well and remains on track to become Zynga's second largest title by the end of this fiscal year in terms of net bookings. We'd like to thank the Team Peak for their strong execution and for creating one of the top grossing titles in the puzzle genre. While Empires and Puzzles performed below our expectations in the quarter, we're confident in the
They
future
said
of this
calendar
highly
of
profitable
2025.
forever franchise. Our team is launching new
coming
event
this
types
year.
and corresponding heroes, as well as increasing in-game rewards. Zynga continued to leverage the zeitgeist of pop culture and broadened its partnerships with leading entertainment brands and personalities, including Words with Friends with Bravo's Real Housewives, Zynga Poker with actor comedian Rob Riggle, and Power Splat with TKO. Our teams are growing our direct-to-consumer offerings and deploying key learnings across our portfolio. During the holiday season, we achieved strong double-digit D2C conversion in several major titles, and we're taking action to maintain this momentum. We are confident in Zynga's continued ability to launch successful new titles, as well as brand extensions for some of our console IP. In the quarters ahead, we look forward to launching new hit mobile experiences, including the latest installment of Zynga's highly successful racing franchise, CSR3.
Oh my God.
In closing, we're forecasting calendar year 2025 to be an inflection point for Take-Two. From the groundbreaking release of Grand Theft Auto 6 to the unmatched pipeline that 2K is set to deliver. As we introduce hit products to our passionate communities of fans, we're confident that we'll usher in a new period of growth and returns for our shareholders.
Oh my God,
I'll
I'm
now
gonna start
turn the
crying.
call over to Carl.
Thanks, Strauss. I'd like to thank our teams for delivering another
It's not
strong
delayed,
quarter
by the
and for
way.
continuing to captivate and engage our player communities with the highest quality entertainment experiences. We are excited to bring
Where's
to
Trailer
market
2
several
then? Like,
releases
I
during
don't
the remainder
understand.
of fiscal 2025. On February 11th, 2K and Firaxis Games will launch Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
Dennis
A highly
Parker,
anticipated,
aka Heavy D,
revolutionary
just
new
tipped
chapter
$99.99 through Super Chat.
The reception for the
Dennis
game
fucking
within the
Parker!
media has been very positive, including GameSpot, who said that its gameplay remains unrivaled and engaging for
fucking
countless
Parker!
hours. Civ 7 has
Heavy
already
D
set a
is
new
coming
franchise
through with
record
a
for
three-time
pre-orders,
Tony
and
Hawk
player
combo.
sentiment is extremely positive, with the title recognized
It
as
is
the most
freezing out
anticipated
here.
game of
Dennis fucking
2025
Parker, Heavy
during the
D is
PC Gaming
plowing
Show
through
in
hard and
December.
strong with the back-to-back
We'd like to thank the entire
support in
Firaxis
the way
team
that
for once
makes
again
sense.
challenging
Holy
players around the world
motherfucking
to take
shit.
one more turn in this
Let's go.
beloved series that has engrossed players
Game
for
is
more
not
than
delayed,
30
and Dennis
years.
Parker is plowing through hard and strong with the Bruce Wayne.
On February 28th, 2K and HB Studios will launch PGA Tour 2K25, the latest entry in our golf simulation franchise that will appeal to both casual and hardcore golf fans. The title features 3 of the major championships with their respective courses for the 2025 season, several franchise advancements, a more immersive and customizable My Career experience, and a robust suite of creation tools from leading equipment and apparel brands. In addition, fans can look forward to a diverse roster of pros at launch, including executive director and all-time great Tiger Woods. On March 14th,
Dude, they have
2K
been-
and Visual Concepts will launch WWE 2K25. Players on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S will enjoy The Island, an all-new interactive and online WWE-themed world that provides an immersive experience where players can prove they're worthy of the
Maybe
attention
trailer
of
2
the
comes out
tribal chief.
tomorrow.
WWE 2K25 will also include an all-new Bloodline-themed showcase, new brawl environments, match types and stipulations, and the largest ever roster with over 300 playable superstars. WWE 2K25 will be supported with a series of add-on packs that can be purchased individually or together as part of the season pass. In addition, 2K and Netflix are collaborating to bring WWE 2K exclusively to mobile devices this fall. Looking ahead, we are highly optimistic about our planned pipeline for fiscal 2026, which includes Grand Theft Auto 6 launching this fall. This summer, 2K and Hangar 13 will transport players
they
to the
are-
brutal criminal underworld of 1900s Sicily in Mafia: The Old Country, which builds upon the legacy of 2K's popular organized crime franchise that has sold in more than 35 million units.
It's coming
Our announcement
this
trailer
year.
received an outstanding response,
By the way.
and we expect the excitement to grow as 2K and Hangar 13
Where's
unveil
trailer
more
2?
about the game leading up to its launch. 2K and Gearbox
They have
Software are
confirmed
creating
this, like,
something
3
truly
times
special
already.
with Borderlands 4, which promises to take the series' signature gameplay and storytelling to an all-new level. At the Game Awards, 2K and Gearbox revealed
No
a new
delay,
trailer,
by the way.
which introduced
Dude.
the exciting new world of Kairos and a brand new villain, the Timekeeper. Borderlands 4 has quickly become one of this year's most anticipated games, and players can expect an incredible action-packed experience from Gearbox, the studio that created the looter shooter genre. In closing, we look forward to releasing these groundbreaking titles in the coming year that will set us in motion to deliver the strongest multi-year growth trajectory and pipeline in our company's history. I'll now turn the call over to Lainey.
Here we go.
Thanks, Carl, and good afternoon, everyone.
Here we go.
We delivered solid third quarter results led by the power of our diversified business. During the period, our teams brought innovation to our existing franchises, enhanced our relationships with our player communities, and made outstanding progress on our eagerly anticipated pipeline. I'd like to thank our teams for their disciplined execution and continued focus. Turning to our results, we achieved third quarter net bookings of $1.37 billion, which was within our guidance range of $1.35 to $1.4 billion. We delivered outstanding performance in NBA 2K, which helped offset moderation experienced
It's me
in
has
some of our
just
mobile
tipped 11
franchises.
euros through Super
Current
Chat.
consumer
My
spending
last
rose
dollar
9%
saving
over
up for
last
new
year,
TV
which was in
GTA
line with our
6
guidance
this
and
fall.
accounted for
Let's go,
79% of net
Let's
bookings.
go.
NBA 2K grew over 30%, which greatly surpassed our forecast, led by new features and innovation in our game modes.
Holy
Mobile increased
shit.
6%, driven by the addition of Match Factory and Strength in Team Blast, played less and worse with friends. However, this was below our guidance of low double-digit growth, primarily due to underperformance in our hyper-casual mobile portfolio in Empires and Puzzles, and as anticipated, Grand Theft Auto Online declined. GAAP net revenue was $1.36 billion and was flat to last year, while cost of revenue declined 13% to $600 million, as the prior year included an impairment charge related to acquired intangibles. Operating expenses increased by 10% to $892 million. On a management basis, operating expenses rose 8% year over year.
We're waiting for the Q&A
This was
now.
favorable to our forecast, largely due to a shift in timing of expenses into the fourth quarter. This shift, along with the outperformance of NBA
GTA Online
2K,
declined.
drove operating results that were above the high end of our guidance range. Turning to our outlook, I'll begin with our full fiscal year expectations. As Strauss mentioned, we are reiterating our net bookings outlook range of $5.55 to $5.65 billion, which represents 5% growth over fiscal 2020. Largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be NBA 2K,
Dennis Parker,
Grand
aka
Theft Auto
Heavy,
series,
has just
Team
tipped
Blast,
$99.99
Match
through
Factory,
Super Chat.
Empires and Puzzles, the Red Dead Redemption
Dennis fucking
series,
Parker
Super Mario
Heavy D
Civilization
is
7,
plowing
and Words
through
with
hard
Friends.
and strong.
We're raising our recurrent consumer spending forecast to 5% growth, which represents 78% of net bookings, driven by the phenomenal performance we are experiencing in NBA 2K, which we now expect to grow low double digits. Mobile is now expected to grow low single
Dennis
digits
fucking
as we are
Parker
factoring in
Heavy
the
D,
current
the
business
comeback
trends.
king, is in the building,
Grand Theft
plowing
Auto
through with now,
Online
I
is
believe,
still
the
expected to
four-time
decline.
Tony Hawk combo back
We
to
project
back
the net
to
bookings
back to
breakdown from
back
our labels to be
support.
roughly 49% Zynga, 34% 2K, and 17% Rockstar Games. We forecast our geographic net booking split to be about 60% United States and 40% international. Non-GAAP adjusted unrestricted operating cash flow is expected to prior forecast, and we remain on track to deploy approximately $140 million of capital expenditures, primarily for game technology and office build-outs. We continue to expect GAAP net revenue to range from $5.57 to $5.67 billion, while we now expect cost of revenue to range from $2.41 to $2.44 billion. Total operating expenses are still expected to range from $3.77 to $3.79 billion, as compared to $5.83 billion last year.
Something
On
doesn't
a
sound right
management
with
basis, we expect
Mafia and
operating
GTA
expense
6 releasing
growth of
just months
approximately
apart.
10% year over year, which is unchanged from our prior guidance, and is largely due to an increase in ongoing marketing support for Match Factory, as well as other mobile and immersive core launches planned for the year. The addition of Gearbox and higher personnel costs, partially offset by savings from our cost reduction program. Excluding incremental marketing and the addition of Gearbox, our operating expenses are expected to grow low single digits over last year. As it relates to our operating performance, while our third quarter results exceeded our expectations, we are maintaining our outlook for the fiscal year as we are factoring several dynamics, including strength in NBA 2K, offset by a continuation of the mobile trends we have been experiencing, and the shift of some operating expenses in the fourth quarter.
Trailer 2 announced.
Now moving
Type
on to our
anything,
guidance
by
for
the
the
way.
fiscal fourth quarter. We project net bookings to range from $1.48 to $1.58 billion, compared to $1.35 billion in the prior year. Our release slate for the quarter includes Sid Meier's Civilization VII, PGA Tour 2K25, and WWE 2K25. Largest contributors to net bookings are expected to be NBA 2K, the Grand Theft Auto series, Sid Meier's Civilization VII, Toon Blast, Match Factory, our hyper-casual mobile portfolio, Empires and Puzzles, WWE 2K25, and Words with Friends. We project recurrent consumer spending to increase by approximately 3%, which assumes a high teens percentage increase for NBA 2K, partly offset by declines in both mobile and Grand Theft Auto Online. We expect GAAP net revenue to range from $1.52 to $1.62 billion. Operating expenses are planned to range from $900 to $920 million. On a management basis, operating expenses are expected to decline approximately 2% year over year, which is primarily driven by a more normalized level of marketing for Match Factory, as the title has now been in the market for over a year, as well as savings from our cost reduction efforts. In closing, we are forecasting a milestone year ahead of us, and we look forward to showing our fans and the global gaming community how our new titles can take our industry to another level of creativity. We are also optimistic that the chapter ahead will set us on a path to achieving new financial goals, including reaching a record level of scale, enhancing our profitability, and unlocking significant value for our shareholders. Thank you. I'll now turn the call back to Strauss.
Here we go.
Thanks, Lainey and Carl. On behalf of our entire management team, I'd like to thank our colleagues for embodying our core tenets of creativity, innovation, and efficiency, and for delivering another consecutive quarter of
Parker
We'll now take
Dennis
your
Parker,
questions.
aka
Operator?
Heavy D, has just tipped $9.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
And we will now begin the question and answer session.
The Q&A,
If
GTA
you have
6.
dialed in and would like to ask a question, please press *1 on your telephone keypad to raise your hand and join the queue.
Trailer 2.
If you would like to withdraw your question, press *1 a second time.
Trailer 2.
If you are called upon to ask your question and are listening via speakerphone on your device, please pick up your handset and ensure that your phone is not on mute when asking your question. Again, it is *1 if you would like to join the queue. And your first question comes from the line of Doug Creutz with TD Cowen. Your line is open.
Hey, thank you. When you originally bought Zynga a few years ago, part of the thesis was that you saw the potential for revenue synergies down the line, and I think most of us took that to mean marrying your existing IP to their mobile skill set. I know you're not going to talk about specifics, but as you look out at the pipeline for the next few years, do you feel like you're getting closer to realizing some of those synergies? Is that something that is a key component of your optimistic outlook for the next few years? Thanks.
Thanks for your question. Actually, at the time, I was pretty clear that while bringing legacy core IP to mobile could be an
Dennis
opportunity,
Parker, aka
I also
LED
noted
Super
the biggest
Chatted
hits in mobile are native to mobile,
$4.99.
and there are precious few examples in the marketplace of very big mobile successes that are based on core game IP, Call of Duty Mobile being one of them. That said, we actually are working on some interesting projects that we have not announced yet, which we feel good about. What I did identify as an area of revenue synergies, though, has come to fruition, which is building our direct-to-consumer business inside our mobile business, which was a combined project between Take-Two and Zynga that we kicked off very early, and that has turned into a very significant business, generating meaningful incremental contribution.
Great, thank you.
And your next question comes from the line of Eric Handler with Roth Capital. Your line is open.
Good afternoon. Thanks for the question.
Luis Hernandez has just tipped $25 through Super Chat. So Blizzard has no chance with David fucking Parker, aka Heavy D, plowing his way through tonight.
Plowing through hard and strong. Holy shit.
That'll follow up.
So Match
Yeah,
Factory.
Lainey's going to take that.
Yes. So Match Factory, towards the end of the year, is going to start to turn profitable. The title is doing extremely well. We're continuing to do a lot of marketing for the title. So it definitely is towards the very end of the year where it's turning profitable. But the game is continuing to do better and better as the game stays in the market.
Okay, and then just broadly speaking with mobile, it did seem like there was some broad-based weakness just overall. Are you seeing the market's becoming just more bifurcated, that, it's only the biggest games that are doing well now and you have to keep spending a lot to keep those games doing well?
No, that's actually not the case. It's still a pretty broad-based business at Zynga. And it's one of the things that's so appealing we think about our mobile business. In the same way that our console business, we think, reflects the best collection of owned intellectual property in the industry, our mobile business, I think, has the greatest sort of breadth of owned and licensed IP in the mobile business, which we think is protective on the downside and offers great opportunity in the upside. There are not the same kind of mobile tailwinds that the industry experienced up till mid-22. Of course, 22 was a down year, and then the industry slowly returned to growth. But the growth is still at a much lower rate than we would like. But it has yet, and I don't believe it will, turn into kind of top five. There's still a lot of opportunity for the top 50 or 100 or even 200 titles to make a difference. There's one other challenge in the business, which is, as you know, in the mobile business, unlike the console business, we and our competitors do not capitalize development costs, even after technical feasibility. And your marketing expenses, of course, are currently written off as well, which is true for all of our businesses. But in the mobile business, you spend a lot of money on UA in the belief and hope that it will come back to you in a subsequent period. We're very conservative in the way we do that, but nonetheless, that burdens our current results. So the more hits you have in mobile, the worse your current results can actually look for a period of time. And that's one of the things that we did see with Match Factory. As Lainey said, we expect that to turn, and we're going to begin to benefit from that extraordinary hit in the coming periods. We also hope that we'll have other big hits coming on the mobile side. So it's a really good story for Take-Two and its Zynga division. It's a somewhat less good story for the industry, and it is not an across-the-board great story for Zynga, in that a couple of our legacy titles, most notably Empires & Puzzles, have faced some challenges. But that's not an industry problem. That's a game problem. That is a problem that we're addressing, and we're already seeing some good news.
That's helpful. Thanks, Strauss.
And your next question comes from the line of Andrew Marok with Raymond James. Your line is open.
Hi, thanks for taking my question. One on NBA to start. Obviously seeing some pretty good rebound there, no pun intended. But how much of that do you think is just kind of, one, the comp effect of the Gen 8 transition issues that you had last year, and how much is just kind of an underlying resonant success with the NBA fan base?
So I think on the certainly on the PC side of the business, it's a lot has to do with Gen 8 versus Gen 9, and we're benefiting from that without question. But honestly, the game is just continuing to innovate, and the quality is amazing. And the folks at 2K and VC, Visual Concepts, have year upon year proven that they've been able to come out with new modes, new innovations. Not everything works all the time, but this team is just, they define what sports gaming is, and they define what innovation is. And I think there are enough design changes in this game that have really just accrued to our benefit. And we're really excited about that. We feel that that we've got a lot of upsides from where we are right now. So generally speaking, we're very pleased about the performance of the NBA. We think there's a lot of greenfield in front of us. And the Gen 8, Gen 9 piece was a bit of a headwind for us historically, but no longer.
All right, much appreciated. And maybe one more kind of along those lines, but with your franchises that have bigger audiences but maybe take a little while between releases, thinking like Mafia and Borderlands, how does your approach to building excitement around those launches differ from franchises with faster release schedules? And how has the response to those two games been among their communities versus your hopes? Thanks.
Look, I think we market everything as though it's a brand new title. We never sort of draft on prior success. And we also need to communicate to consumers that there's an element of what is tried and true and beloved, and that there's an element of new, which is, for example, what we always do in Civilizations. Today is early access day for Civ 7, and once again, the team at Firaxis has pushed the envelope, it's mostly been really, really well received. It's also received a little bit of criticism too. So I think in all instances we benefit by having a franchise that gives us a marketing umbrella, but we never rest on those laurels. We still have to be very engaged with our consumers to let them know what we have, when it's coming, and that it's worth engaging with.
And your next question comes from the line of Corey Carpenter with JP Morgan. Your line is open.
Hey, good afternoon. Thanks for the questions. Carl, could you just expand a bit on the NBA game changes the team has made that are resonating with the players beyond the Gen 8 to Gen 9 console change? And Josh, for you, now that we have more details on the Switch 2 that have been released and confirmed, just curious how you think about the opportunity to expand your relationship with them going forward. Thanks.
I'm sorry, to take the second one first. Expand our relationship with whom?
Oh, now that we have the details on Switch 2.
Sorry, I missed the Switch 2 part. Look, we've had obviously a long-standing relationship with Nintendo, and we've supported the platform when it made sense for the individual release. There was a time when Nintendo platforms are really geared at younger audiences, and that was reflected in our release schedule. And that, now today with Switch and potentially with Switch 2, the Switch device can support any audience. And as you may have noted, Civ 7 is available now on Switch. So while we have nothing specific to report, we actually would fully expect to support Switch. And Carl's going to comment on your question regarding which elements of NBA 2K really have excited the consumers this time around.
Sure. So we introduced a bunch of new features that were designed for the core players. And I think things like the new shooting and dribbling mechanics, there's a new badge progression system that was very well received, a smaller city, which really concentrates the activities so you don't have to run around as much to get to the interesting things that players can do. There was a return of the old NBA 2K Parks courts that people love. And there was also a full overhaul to the My Team mode. So quite a bit of innovation for us.
Okay. Thank you both.
Hello? The fuck happened?
Do we have another question?
GTA 6, homie? Dude! Hello? Dude! What happened?
The next question.
Your next question comes from the line of James Heaney with Jefferies. Your line is open.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks for the question. Lainey, can you just talk about the right level of marketing spend needed to support the launches of your new titles?
Here we
How
go.
soon before launches should we expect you to begin ramping up your marketing efforts, and how does that impact the ramp of expenses? Thank you.
GTA 6.
So in terms of the marketing, it's around the launch of the title, but in more recent years, it is spread a little bit further along, especially if there's an online environment of recurrent consumer spending with the title. So the title's budgets are usually around the same size as they were in the past. They really haven't gotten smaller. Even when we have titles that are new versions of previous releases. There's just so much importance in terms of marketing and getting people excited about the titles, and it's just usually different types of marketing than it's been in the past. So there's a lot more digital marketing and marketing to our consumers and analytics and different ways of getting to our consumers than we have in the past. So it's usually a bigger amount at launch and then spread over the period of time that the title's life cycle.
Great, thank you.
And we will take our next question from the line of Matthew Cost with Morgan Stanley. Your line is open.
Great, thanks everyone for taking the question. On the Netflix partnership for WWE, I'm just wondering how you evaluate the attractiveness of those opportunities in terms of partnering with new distribution modes like Netflix, and if those will become financially material or if they're more nice to have going forward, and how you think them through. That's question one. The second question is just about some media reports in the past couple of months that you may have started using a new mediation partner for the ad inventory at Zynga, and that you may have received a payment, I think one of the articles said, of $150 million to do that. Is that accurate? And if so, how and when would that payment be accounted for? Thank you.
I'll take the first question, and Lainey will take the second. We have numerous distribution partners in the business, and we have a great relationship with Netflix in particular, and we'll evaluate an opportunity primarily to see if it benefits our consumers. We want to be where our consumers are. We're not precious or religious about limiting them to a particular platform, or, for example, even our own platform. We have an opportunity for consumers to come directly to a store that one of our labels has, or obviously to work through the app stores, to work through third parties. We have physical distribution, and we've also worked with subscription services, and we've worked with Netflix before. In every instance, there are obviously economics related to the particular opportunity, and we try to tailor the opportunity to the consumers we're trying to reach.
So when it comes to
and Lainey, you'll take the question about mediation.
Yes. So in terms of the economics of the deals, we haven't given any detail on what they were around this deal. But when we do account for things like that, it is usually spread along with the value of the overall deal to the organization.
Great. Thank you very much.
And your next question comes from the line of Chris Scholl with UBS. Your line is open.
Great, thank you. Lainey, I recognize in recent years you've been investing ahead of the new pipeline. As we start to see the benefit of these immersive core titles coming to market, can you just revisit how you're thinking about cash flow generation relative to the guidance you had given historically? And alongside this ramp, how are you thinking about capital allocation and the options you have available to you? Thank you.
Sure. So when we think about going forward in the next couple of years and the strong cash flow that we expect to generate from our pipeline, our capital allocation plans definitely include paying down some of our debt over the next couple of years. But we also have a lot of acquisition opportunities available to us. So it's possible that if we make some acquisitions, the timing of the capital allocation plans could be adjusted based on that. So I think there's a lot of things that are big opportunities for us going forward, and all of that will be available to us.
Okay, great, thank you. And if I can just fit in one more, with Civ 7 launching, can you just help us think through the uplift you're factoring into your guidance, and how does that expectation compare to prior iterations of the franchise? Thank you.
So if you're referring to next year, we're in the middle of our budgeting process right now, so we're not providing any specific guidance. We do expect to give that out during our May call. But with that said, we're really excited about the pipeline that's forecast to release next year, and also that's released in this quarter. And as we've mentioned, we remain highly confident that we'll achieve sequential increases and record levels of net bookings in fiscal 2026 and 2027.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And your next question comes from the line of Michael Hickey with Benchmark. Your line is open.
Hey guys, Strauss, Carl Laney, Nicole, nice quarter. Thanks for taking our questions. Just two from us. Curious on your fiscal 26 pipeline to 3 games. Are you reaffirming launch and timing expectations, or is this more of a continuation of the previously provided slate with updates to come from your studios as new information becomes available? And the second question is on Project Ethos. It looks like Michael's now gone from 31st Union, so just curious how leadership is transitioning within the studio and how this impacts the future of the game. Thanks, guys.
So on the first point, yes, we did today reaffirm our schedule through the remainder of the calendar year. I think we were pretty clear about that. And regarding 31st Union and Project Ethos, we are super grateful to Michael for the great work he did in bringing this project to us and spearheading it and getting it to the stage that it's at. He's going to continue in an advisory role, and for that we're also grateful. The transition leadership will be provided by a combination of 31st Union and 2K executives, and we feel highly confident that we're going to deliver a great project over time, and we remain fully committed to Ethos. We're still really excited about it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
And your next question comes from the line of Jason Bazinet with Citigroup. Your line is open.
I just had a very simple question. The $1.9 billion that sits on the balance sheet for capitalized software, should we look at that as sort of apples to apples in terms of your accounting policy versus where you were 5 years ago? Or is there some change in accounting that would cause that number to be large? I'm just trying to get a sense of it. Should investors look at that as indicative of potentially the quality or number of games that are going to unspool onto the income statement over the next couple of years?
No, nothing has changed in terms of our policies. That's the capital software for the games that have been put up on the balance sheet based on the technological feasibility of those titles, and they'll get amortized as those titles release over the lifetime of those titles.
Understood. Thank you.
And your next question comes from the line of Omar Dessouky with Bank of America. Your line is open.
Dude! Hi, thanks. So glad to see GTA 6 reaffirmed for a fall 25 launch. I wanted to ask, how much of the total number of fans that have ever touched GTA and have brand awareness of GTA could potentially be reactivated once this GTA 6 launch actually happens. I gather that there is a much smaller percentage of those, a small percent of those fans that today are highly engaged. But with the launch of GTA 6, it will become an intergenerational franchise. The first title having been released around the year 2000. So I could very easily see a dad playing GTA with his son after having not played the game for a couple of decades. So do you have a sense, of relative to the current base of players that's highly engaged, what the base of lapsed players that may potentially come back could be? Like, is it 1 times as big, twice as big? Any kind of framework there to help us think about this launch would be great.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate the question and the sort of the sentiment underlying the question. It sort of falls into the category of how high is up, and I decline to ever predict that. We believe that arrogance is the enemy of continued success. We run scared. We're looking over our shoulder. Our competitors are not asleep. So what do we do about that? We try to be the most creative, the most innovative, and the most efficient company in the entertainment industry. And Rockstar Games in particular seeks perfection in everything they do. And we believe that if we do that right, and we focus on delivering for consumers, that's our best opportunity to succeed. To answer your question mathematically, it's pretty interesting if you look at GTA 5, because that title crossed 3 console generations, and still remains a best-selling title, having sold in over 210 million units. GTA Online, now over 10 years old, still has enormous ongoing engagement. So there's certainly evidence that if you give consumers what they want, they will show up for it, and they will stick around loyally for a very long time. Equally, we have enormous respect for how hard that is to do. With regard to the upcoming release of GTA 6, obviously this is a console release. We know what the current console install base looks like. So, there is the broad universe of console owners to look at, and that is something to be mindful of. At the same time, we don't spend a lot of time looking at sort of attach rates, which I think is basically the question you're posing, because that'll take care of itself if we do a great job. Now, are we aware of who our consumers are, and do we know how to market them and target them? We do. We have an extraordinary corporate consumer database with, I think, nearly 1 million records in it. We observe, of course, all privacy regulations, but we are able to market to a significant portion of that database. So we are mindful of who's been engaged with GTA and GTA Online previously. We're mindful of those who we believe will be interested in the title going forward, and we can tailor our marketing accordingly. But we genuinely don't spend a lot of time thinking about, well, is this going to be, X number of units or Y number of units, because that doesn't change anything that we can do. We focus on what we can affect, and we let the outcomes take care of themselves. And I'm sorry, I said 1 million consumer records. I meant 1 billion.
Thank you for your response.
I was only off by 3 digits, so, Got it.
And your final question comes from the line of Clay Griffin with MoffettNathanson. Your line is open.
Great. Good evening. Thanks for taking the question. Strauss, love to get your...
I cannot hear the operator. Is the operator speaking?
Strauss, can you hear me now? Hello?
Do we have
Mr.
any
Zelnick,
more
are you able to hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
And Mr. Zelnick, are you able to hear us?
Dude! It's over!
You can't hear.
So we will...
Okay, now I can hear again.
Okay. Perfect. So,
Sorry,
Mr.
am
Zelnick, you
I
have a
coming through now?
question. Clay Griffin with MoffettNathanson.
Yeah, hey, sorry for the technical difficulty. I'd love to get your impression of the momentum of the Roblox platform. You talked about, hey, we'll be wherever our consumers are.
Roblox, by the way.
Is that? Do you view that as a substitute product? And what's your vision? What would have to happen for you guys to develop content for that platform? Is it a viable destination for the type of content that Take-Two produces?
Look, Roblox is a combination of a platform and a collection of games, user-generated games, largely. And I understand that they market themselves as a platform. However, from our point of view, it is a competitive situation. So while I wouldn't rule anything out, it's hard to imagine that we would see Roblox as a destination for a Take-Two labels game. But again, if there's a reason for us to be there, then we would contemplate it.
Understood. And then just maybe turning back to NBA 2K RCS, I assume that you're aware of the kind of mid-quarter slip that happened at your competitor's live service. And credit to the team at Visual Concepts for a great product, but it does seem that we're seeing kind of small-ish changes to these live services are driving bigger results than what we're used to, kind of intra-quarter. I wonder if that's your impression. I know it's like as you add complexity, perhaps maybe we're all losing a little bit of visibility. Is that your impression, or is that it's just a function of NBA 2K executing at a really high level versus maybe some mistakes elsewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I really can't speak to competitors and the decisions that they've made, but certainly it's very important in these type of live services games that the development
of the game and the actual monetization piece of the game are hand in hand, and you really can't have one or the other. And one thing that we've learned over the years is that the most important thing about developing, particularly for sports games, that you can't have massive innovation year over year, and you have a significant live services component, is that engagement is everything. And the more the consumer engages, the more ultimately that you're going to be able to benefit from the economics of the business. So for us, it's not we don't necessarily look at the business about tweaking the economy. Of course, we do that, but the idea is really more focus of the teams, marketing and development, is to increase engagement, and that's all about the quality and the execution. The tweaking of the economy never is the leading factor. It's always about engagement and quality of the experience. And I think if you stray from that, that's when I think you run into trouble.
Totally understand that, Carl. I think, I was maybe referring to kind of actual games, like you mentioned some of the improvements that were made at NBA 2K.
Cloud Bloom super chatted $5.
I wouldn't call them, massive changes, but it had an outsized effect, and it sounds like we saw the opposite at your competitor. And so the question is, like, are you starting to see that as a general rule where perhaps maybe you're losing some visibility, maybe even internally, for some of these live services intra-quarter?
I'm going to take that. No, I don't feel that way. I think we are utterly focused on trying to present the very best possible experience. Sometimes we fall a bit short in certain areas. Sometimes we miss the boat a little bit. True of our competitors as well. But I think the focus remains intense on every part of the experience.
Understood. Thanks, guys.
And that concludes our question and answer session. I will now turn the conference back over to Mr. Strauss-Zelnick for closing remarks.
Well, first, thank you for attending, and I'd like to apologize to all of you for our technical difficulties today. Hopefully the message came across despite that, because the message is a powerful one. We had a solid quarter for which we're very grateful, and we have what we believe is an extraordinary release schedule through the rest of the calendar year. And of course, our expectations are very rosy indeed for fiscal 26 and 27, where we expect sequential increases in net bookings, and we expect to set new financial records. All of that is a reflection of what our creative and business teams do every day, which is to seek excellence in everything they do. And none of us could be more proud than we are of those teams and their commitment, their loyalty to this enterprise. And we are so grateful. So I just want to say thank you to all of my many thousands of colleagues around the world, many of whom are listening right now. Thank you for your fine work. I'd also like to thank our shareholders for your support over these many years. We aim to continue to deliver and hopefully to over-deliver going forward. So thank you all.
And ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's conference call, and we thank you for your participation. You may now disconnect.
Well, there you have it, folks. That was the Take-Two earnings call. They have doubled down on the fall 2025 release window for GTA 6. Apparently it's not delayed, but well, we still have nothing to show for it. Rockstar Games has nothing to show for. And I guess we're just going to have to keep waiting. But as far as it goes right now, they have doubled down on the fall 2025 release window for GTA 6. But of course, I think really the ball is in Rockstar's court. And if they need to delay it, they will. Not saying that is going to be the case, but I kind of expected that was what was going to be said here today, although it seemed like they were pretty confident in that fall 2025 release window, but I guess they have to be. But I will say that, again, the ball is in Rockstar's court. If they need to delay GTA 6, they will. And it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out in the coming days, weeks, months, and if Trailer 2 is coming right around the corner, or what's going on with this game. Because now we had reassurance that this is still slated for fall of 2025. They said that multiple times throughout the conference call here, which is obviously what they're going to say, but the ball is in Rockstar's court, and I guess when they're willing to pull the curtain back, or if they need to announce something other than trailer 2, maybe a delay, they will do so, and I guess we'll have to wait for that. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we get something interesting. I doubt it, but I don't know what to say other than they have reaffirmed us that it is still slated for fall 2025, which at this point, I mean, I guess that's news. But it's been over 420-something days, and Rockstar still has nothing to show for, and hopefully that does change sometime soon, because the wait is getting tiresome. The wait is getting utterly ridiculous at this point as we're in 2025 now. But they came away. They said it's slated for fall 2025 release window multiple times throughout the call. And there was one caller that asked about GTA 6, which is interesting. Didn't think that was going to happen. But with that said, interesting to say the least. We got great support here today. We do apologize if we didn't get to your super chat. We were trying to listen to the conference call. But a massive shout out to Dennis Parker, Heavy D, for coming through hard and strong and in a fantastic manner. With the Bruce Wayne Bucks being deployed and being deployed in a way that makes sense, certainly. Big support here today. Cloud Bloom coming through as well. Luis Hernandez, Big Loyal Lou. It's me, Orpheus, Georgie, FT, Isaac A, and Shrug Scotland, Sponge, Eternal Champion, IAD. Big shout out to the folks coming through and supporting the show here today. And again, a huge, massive shout out to Dennis fucking Parker, Heavy D, the comeback king, in the building with the Bruce Wayne Bucks, the briefcase on the table and opened up as wide as possible. And just coming through in a way that makes sense. But with that said, I think we're going to wrap it up here. GTA 6 is still slated for fall of 2025. This is what I thought was going to be said. Now, of course, Rockstar could come out tomorrow and say, hey, we need more time on this game, and they might push it to 2026. I mean, there still is that possibility. Obviously, Take-Two is going off of what they've... I'm assuming they talked to Rockstar, and maybe Rockstar says, yeah, it's still coming in fall of 2026, but we really just don't know at this point. And again, if we're still having this conversation in 1 month from now, I'm not going to be confident at all. As February comes to a close, if they still have nothing to show for in regards to GTA 6, I mean, it's just like, when is going to be that point in time where they pull the curtain back on this game again? It makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense. So hopefully sooner rather than later, as now all the gaming headlines, and I told you guys this was going to happen. I told you guys this last week. I said we're going to be covering the Take-Two earnings call on Thursday of next week. And I told you guys last week, I said... all the normies were going to come in here. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be. All the normies came in here. We got above average viewers. And now all the gaming headlines are talking about GTA 6. GTA 6 isn't delayed. GTA 6 is still on track for fall 2025. Well, that's what Take-Two is saying. What's Rockstar saying? Rockstar's not saying anything about GTA 6. I certainly hope it's on track for fall of 2025, because waiting to 2026 is a disaster. We shouldn't be waiting that long for this game. I mean, it should not be taking... And we've heard rumors that this game is fully playable from start to finish, so it's completely done, apparently. And I'm assuming at this stage, if it were still coming for fall of 2025, like we are being told here today, yet again, that GTA 6 would be in the bug debugging stage and the polishing stage and things of that nature. I'm assuming that... I'm not a game dev, so I wouldn't know. But if they're about 6 or 7 or 8 months out, I'm assuming they're going to have to get it at a point where it's like, okay, this is more than where it needs to be in terms of polish and what have you. The game has to be fully functional, of course. So I mean, I don't know what to think after this outside of, well, they told us what we wanted to hear. I mean, that's what I wanted to hear. Fall 2025, that's what we were told. And that's fantastic. But Rockstar still has to come out, and they have to do their part. And they have to come out of the woodwork, and they have to really, show something. We're not doing late night stream. This is the only stream for today.
It's me super chatted €6. Late night GTA 6 thoughts stream today, Mackle.
We're doing this is the only stream we're doing. It's me coming through yet again. That's what we're talking about, bud. new trailer in a couple of hours or tomorrow. I mean, the possibility is certainly there. But I will say that they still have to talk about the PC version for GTA 5, and they're going to update that version, and they're going to see how the cookie ultimately crumbles. So I think they have to get that out of the way first, but maybe not. Maybe they put trailer 2 out in the middle, and then they advertise GTA 5 on PC, and that way it gets maybe a better response. There'll be more eyeballs. So maybe they can play it out like that. I don't know. I mean, if tomorrow we get trailer 2 or an announcement or something, that would be fantastic, but I'm not holding my breath. But the news that we got today, it's just the same old fall of 2025. It's still slated for that. Again, Rockstar, the ball is in their court. They're in possession of the ball. They have to seemingly put the basketball in the hoop. And right now, they're not willing to pick the ball up in a way that makes sense in order to facilitate the ball going into the hoop. So we need Rockstar to come out of the woodwork here in the next few weeks and to really reassure us, because obviously if Rockstar comes out and they say, no, look, this game is coming out in fall of 2025, I mean, this has to get started soon. You can't tell people that it's coming out in fall of 2025 and then delay it the next day. That's crazy. So they have to reassure us that this is actually coming, that this is actually happening. And in my opinion, I think they have to do it this month. I think they have to come out of the woodwork this month and give us an update on this game. But I don't know if that will happen. I don't know if that will happen. I think the next Take-Two earnings call is in May. I'm not sure if that's true, but if they still have nothing to show for in May, I have no idea how you guys can be still on board with this fall 2025 release window, because it's not like at that point it would just be totally unrealistic. It would be totally unrealistic, but we're gonna have to wait and see. State of play next week. It could be tomorrow. I mean, the first trailer came right after the earnings call. The first trailer, GTA 6, the first trailer or the announcement or something. Something came right after the earnings call. So they could potentially do that. Who knows? I have no idea. I wish I did. But what we do know is that it's still slated officially for fall of 2025. So that's the gaming headline of today. And that's what I thought we were going to come out of this with the fall 2025 release window. So we're going to have to wait and see.
Inmebati super chatted £5. I'm gonna be well old by the time GTA 6 comes out.
Yeah, hopefully they don't delay it. That's what we're talking about. Itty Bitty coming through with the 5. What do you think about Mafia and GTA 6 coming out just a few months apart? I don't know. I mean, you can't release Mafia after GTA 6 because no one's going to care. It has to come before it. You can't release the new Mafia game after GTA 6. Once GTA 6 leaks, or once GTA 6 comes out, everyone's playing that game. Like, they're not going to go play a new Mafia game because they're not jonesing for so Mafia does have to come out before GTA 6. Summer makes sense as far as the roadmap is concerned for right now. But Rockstar needs to come out of the woodwork soon, because we're hearing from the parent company that this is still coming for fall of 2025. Well, where is the game? It's been over 420 something days and they still have nothing to show for. So we're going to have to see how this ultimately unfolds as the weeks go by here. And hopefully Rockstar has an update soon, because it's getting crazy. But I still have a high, I still think this game's probably going to get delayed. And I'll be more confident in that if you know, we're in March and there's still no information, if we're in April and there's still no information. I mean, it just gets to a point where it's like there's no way that this is coming out in fall of 2025 when we're almost halfway through the damn year in the coming months. So we're going to have to wait and see. Yeah, someone did ask about, well, they didn't ask about trailer 2, but they did ask about the game. So someone did ask about the game, which was kind of exciting. Alrighty, folks, we're going to wrap this one up. It is cold out here. We got magnificent support today. We do appreciate that hard and strong support. We had technical difficulties as well. And the audio might have been terrible because people were trolling. So if I play this back and the audio was terrible, it's because of the people in the chat that were making things up about how the stream sounded. And I know it's windy right now, and but they said they couldn't hear the call. The call was low. My mic was cutting in and out. I have no idea how this sounds. So if I play it back and it was terrible, well, just know that it was terrible because of a few people in the chat that were trolling, and my mods couldn't confirm or deny if the audio was good or bad, so I had no actual help today when I needed help. When we had 500 plus viewers, 600 plus viewers, I mean, this was a big stream, and when we need you guys in here, it's a weird thing where you guys dissipate, you disappear. I don't understand, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Rockstar has something to say in May. GTA 6 will be life-changing. There's a lot of bots in here today. If Rockstar would want to be really concerned based among gamers, they would make a Souls-like... Oh, Lord, that's a terrible take. I think this game will launch in December. I don't believe so. I think it'll launch in October or around that time frame if it is coming in fall of 2025. I think October is fantastic. And that's right around the corner when you think about it. It's almost halfway through February, folks. Rockstar needs something to show for, though, okay? We can be told that it's still coming in fall of 2025. We can still hear that, and it's nice to hear, but is it a reality? We have, again, the ball is in Rockstar's court. What's Rockstar going to do? Well, if they're going to play the silent game still, that's not reassuring at all. So I understand they might be working on it very intensely and ensuring that the game is ready for fall 2025. But quite frankly, I mean, at some point, Trailer 2 has to come out. At some point, if the game is delayed, they have to announce that delay. Something has to give soon as we are approaching fall of 2025. So we just hope that it's sooner rather than later. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, support the show. And with that said, we will see you later. It's over.